Before we give out our awards, I just want to say a few words about the chamber itself. I've been privileged to be a board member for a few years now, and I'm so happy that I've met some really great people since I've been on board. Met a lot of nice people in the community, met a lot of nice people that are willing to volunteer their time, and part of that is how we come up with the people that we're giving awards to tonight. There is a lot of dedicated people in this room that dedicate their lives to their jobs, to community service, and to their community. So I'm thankful for everybody in this room. So thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. So the first thing I want to recognize, usually we try to recognize any past presidents from the chamber, and I believe we have one here. And that is Rick Van Dyken. Rick was president in 2002. So Rick, and Rick is from Trinity College, in case anybody doesn't know that, but that's where he's from. So I'm going to first talk a little bit about our board members, and it will be quick, I promise. It won't be too long. I want to introduce our board members for the 2020 year coming ahead. So our board of directors will, again, consist of me for one more year as the president, for those of you. Stacy Schubel is our executive director. She's done a great job. She's the one that holds everybody together, keeps us in line. Stacy. Vanessa Poppy. Did Vanessa leave? Vanessa is sick, unfortunately. She is the one that put together the lottery baskets. So she's the one that told me that you were going to win. Somebody was going to win. So if you don't win, you have to blame it on her. I'm just repeating what she said. So. And then our new vice president is going to be Veronica. She is from Bethany Christian Services. You can stand up so everybody sees you. And then we have a couple other board members, I believe. We have Lori Mazika from Palos Health. And where is Marty? Marty is our outgoing secretary, and we do have a small gift to you that we'll present a little bit later. I also like to thank Norell Jewelers. They help us put together the plaques and awards. And then Corey Bergamo from Home Smart Realty. He provides the flowers on the table. So thank you. All right, so let's get started. I really don't have a message to give. I like to just get right into the awards. Unfortunately, I'm not one that can write down on paper because I have to use my hands all the time when I talk. So I'm going to kind of wing it. So the first award I'm going to give out goes to Bob Starzak. And I just want to say a few words about Bob, just to show what kind of person he is. I've talked to Bob a few times. He's such a sweet man, very humble. When we wanted to give Bob this award, maybe about 3 weeks ago, he's going to make me cry. Usually when people come into the bank, they're coming to see Bob, the mayor. And a lot of times when Bob comes in, Bob's coming in to see Bob, the mayor. But this time, Bob happened to come in and see me, the chamber president. And he sat at my desk, and I said, Bob, what can I help you with? And he told me he could not accept the award we wanted to give him. And I was like, what? Nobody ever refused the award before. I'm like, well, what? We voted and we picked you and whatever. And he was so humble and gracious that he said it wasn't about him. It was about the beautification committee as a group and as a whole. And that says so much about Bob as a person, I think, and so much about Bob as a community volunteer, knowing that it takes a group of people to be very successful. And for those of you that live in the city of Palos Heights, the Beautification Committee has done wonderful, wonderful things to help improve our community. one of the things that Bob is mostly known for is for the Car Classic Show. And for those of you that have been to the Car Classic Show, it is phenomenal. Bob has worked on it for 18 years, pretty much taking charge. And I encourage everybody, if you have not been there before, to please stop and see the car show. It is absolutely phenomenal. So Bob, on behalf of the Chamber and everybody in here, thank you so much for your time and effort. It's truly appreciated.
Yeah, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I'm not really one for words, but I have to write things down. Like I say, I'm very honored to receive this Eugene Simpsons Award for leadership, but you know, it doesn't take one person to do a thing. It's a community effort. It's a community that stands behind me and helps me with it. One person just doesn't do it. Leaders are only good as people that they surround themselves with. I've been blessed with people to come in and out of the group and everything else. And, I like to, the people that started the show were actually, Jeff Prestonario was an alderman at the time. He started the Business Economic Development Group, and they came up with the car show to raise funds. With Susan Larson Spencer, Lou Elsner, who has passed away, and Glenn Kramer. They were the four that started. And one day I was out just cleaning an old classic car in my driveway. A few months after we moved in, we were only in town for maybe 6 or 7 months, and they asked me to join. Talked to Bonnie, and I did. And it's one of the things that I've been involved with. I was always behind the scenes up until about 9 years ago when I retired, a couple years before I retired, and I actually took over as chairperson of the car show. And it's one of the best things I've ever got involved with. I really like to thank my family for supporting me. Mostly the people that have come in and out of the committee. There's been many people that are involved in the show and made it successful. People come and people go, and people step in and help, in every which way they can. And, the mayor and everything with the city has always been supporting us and everything else. And mostly I'd like to thank the committee people that have always been behind us, and the mayor, the city of Palos Heights, to be able to run this thing. And just for a little word of thing that people don't know, actually, this little car show that we run has raised over $500,000. But with the cost of that, with what money we raised, that pays for the car show, and it pays for a lot of things we have done all over the town. The wall, honoring Gene Knapp at the Municipal Center, a lot for Lake Catherine, the pots, everything in town. I mean, it's a committee that does a lot of work for it, and I really do appreciate this award. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bob. Here's to another 18 years, right? All right, so our next award is something kind of interesting. I wouldn't consider myself that old or that young, but I do know when it comes to technology, I'm probably not the best person. If I'm texting with my children, I'm still answering the first question, and they're on like number 10. I'm just not quick enough. But the way of the future is just phenomenal. The way that things are going, things are advancing. And we're very fortunate that here at Trinity Christian College, they have a new, can I call it a program? a new innovation idea. I don't know what the best word for it is. And it's called Fusion 59. John here is going to be accepting the award. He has spearheaded a group of people at Trinity, and what they are going to do going forward for young people and businesses that deal with entrepreneurship is phenomenal. I've had the pleasure to meet with John on several different occasions. I even had an opportunity to judge at Trinity a group of young students that were trying to pitch an idea, and it was phenomenal. What they are going to do for our community is just unbelievable. So on behalf of the Chamber, I would like to present our next award to John Wifkin. I hope I said that correct. On behalf of his dedication that he has to Fusion 59 and the students and the community and everybody else that is going to be affected by this in such a great way, because that is the way of the future. And I hope he says a few words about Fusion 59. If you have a small business or a business in this room, this is the man you want to talk to, because he's got kids that can help you just soar in ways that you can probably not imagine. So, John, thank you so much.
Great. So I'm an instructor, so therefore I like to walk around and speak a little bit too. So can everyone hear me all right? Yes. Okay, I got a loud voice. It was interesting when I got well, first of all, I want to thank you for the award. Surprise, when I got the letter in the mail, I think it was around the holidays, I think. First of all, I don't open up my mail all the time. You can ask my wife. So I sat on this for a while. Next thing I open this, I'm nervous to open it up. I'm like, okay, did I run a red light? Did I not come to a complete stop? Maybe Bob was sending me a letter saying, hey, you're done. I'm done with dealing with you. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. So I open up like, wow, this is great. Start getting a little tear in my eye. I said, this is fantastic. So I really appreciate it. I'm just a guy with an idea. I just had an idea. I've been motivated for many years now to say that entrepreneurship can transform lives, can transform communities, can transform organizations. And that was just an idea. And they talk about it, an idea is only as good as what? Its action. Otherwise it's worthless. So I couldn't push anything ahead unless I had support. And I wish we had about 20 of these awards. Because there are so many people in this room, including my friends at Trinity here, that help support this. And the Chamber and the city. We couldn't have done it without all the support from a community standpoint. Just a little bit of background on what Fusion 59 is. It's a place, it's also a ecosystem, if you want to call it that is comprised of students, people from the community, professors, instructors, Trinity, who are there to leverage entrepreneurship in whatever form that looks like, mindset, to help move communities ahead. So we have a group of students who do consulting work. And they've done, I think, 9 or 10 companies in Palos. So I run an organizational consulting class. This last semester, we had 9 companies that we consulted for locally. In the past, we've gone elsewhere, but I said, this year, let's do it locally. And all 9 of them were impacted. In fact, a couple of them are actually still having these students do consulting for them and improving their business, which ultimately leads to better lives, which ultimately also improves the economic development here in Palos. So I want to thank you all. Again, I'm just shocked, but thank you, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, John. And again, that's just a way of our community that Trinity College has the mindfulness to do something like this, and then John turned around and then offered it to some of our local businesses, which is phenomenal. So again, a group effort. So thank you to Trinity College and to John. Thank you. Okay, so our next award is going to the Kiwanis Club of Palos. I kind of got involved with Kiwanis a little bit with Karen. Karen Lorch is not here tonight, but she offered one time, not knowingly what she was going to get involved with when she talked to me, to help us with one of our events, tree lighting at Lake Catherine. And one of the things that a couple years ago, we had this great idea to move part of the tree lighting, the gift, the treats and the hot chocolate outside. And the great volunteers from the Kiwanis Club said, oh yeah, okay, no problem. Well, it poured, and it poured. And they stood out there in the rain, and they handed out hot chocolate to the kids and their treats, and they never complained once. This year, we came up with this better idea. We're going to move it back inside for them, and we're going to make it in these big, huge containers. I'm always like trying to make things better. Sometimes it doesn't work. And I think Karen and her great group of friends came along again. And needless to say that we kept on blowing a fuse at Lake Catherine. The hot water wasn't working. And, you know, I thought it was going to be so great. They just took charge. They said, Barb, don't worry about it. We got it under control. They had their hands, their knees, or whatever the thing would, in hot chocolate. And they just, again, they came to my rescue. I can't say enough about them rescuing me. But really what they do is they help rescue people in the community. For those of you that don't know about the Kiwanis, they do so much in our community. And I'm just going to name a few things that I know that they're involved with, that they give back to our community. They do help with the Worth Food Pantry. They help at the center in Palos Park. They help with Lake Catherine. They help with scholarships. They do Adopt a Highway cleanup. Together We Cope. Palos Heights Library. National Alliance on Mental Illness, which is NAMI, for those of you that don't know the abbreviation. They help the Chamber at Lake Catherine, the tree lighting. They help at the movies in the park. They help at many different things, and you usually see them. They might be selling hot dogs, or they might be, you know, selling water, candy. But most of all, what they do is they help children. I believe that is their main mission, to help children in the community. And that group, like so many other groups now, it's hard to find people to volunteer. It's hard to find people that are willing to put in their time and effort. So they have helped me tremendously, purposely through the bank, CMB sponsors movies in the park, and the Kiwanis is always there to help us out. We do the tree lighting, they're always there to help us out. So I've dealt with them on that type of basis, but you see their names and all the things that they do in the community, and it is phenomenal. We need to have more people like them that are willing to do service work and you wouldn't even maybe know their name. You just know the name of the club. But the people in the club are the people that make a big difference. And tonight we're going to give the award to Barb and Jim on behalf of the Kiwanis. And if you'd like to come up and accept the award.
Okay. We both can.
Yeah. Most importantly, if anybody's not doing anything tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, we're meeting at the rec center. So we're always looking for new members. As we said, the service organizations are really suffering with trying to get people to volunteer. So if you're thinking of giving back to the community, it is pretty fun, and it is all mostly in Palos Heights. So you get to see your friends and your neighbors and meet new people. So it really is a wonderful organization, and I'm the newest member. So I've been there about a year. Jim's been around a long time, so he might have a little more to say. But please, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, what is the first, third, and fifth Saturday of the month at 8 o'clock? We meet at the Palos Recreation Center.
And the fifth is at the center, so don't look for us at the Palos. But you're more than welcome to that. Adding on to what we've done the squeeze machine for the autism class in Elam School, and we've done put roofs on the, at the center, and many center and pancake breakfast for Easter, for the Easter egg hunt for the village, and many other things. But as we are trying to get new members, we'd love to have more than 6 members that are active. So please give us a hand.
We also
Thank you.
do the beer tent at the 4th of July, so stop by and see us. We're at the beer tent.
And have one on you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So as you see, our 3 recipients this evening have all given back to the community in really big ways. So it just goes to show how great of an area that we live in, the Palos area, how dedicated people are to give back to their community, how important it is to the people that live here. So I'm thrilled that I live here, I work here, and I'm thrilled that I could be in a room with all you people that are willing to give your time and generosity to make this a better place, Palos Heights in a whole, Palos Park, or wherever else you live in the surrounding communities. I cannot say enough thanks to all of you, so thank you all. Thank you. Everybody should.
Well, we're just taking a couple of minutes here, the Palos Area Chamber of Commerce dinner, which you have just watched. And Barb, this is a wonderful turnout this year. We were just talking about that. Last year was a little cold.
It was the polar vortex last year, so it was very cold. So we had a great turnout. We had about 80 people tonight, which was phenomenal.
It is. And what's really nice about this is the chamber gets together, but then they present these wonderful awards to people who are really deserving. I mean, so many people. I didn't realize all the things that are going on.
We're so fortunate and lucky that we live in a community where so many people want to volunteer their time, a lot of service groups, and just people in general that have busy lives, but they're still willing to put forth an effort to just make this a better place to live for everybody. And I'm so fortunate as being part of a chamber that I've met a lot of these people. Even though I've lived here for 30 years, there's some of these people that I never even knew before, and I've had so many wonderful opportunities to meet people and be part of all of their great community efforts.
I think that's really the biggest surprise for us when we come to these events and we find out how many people are volunteering untold hours, and they don't get, I mean, they get a thank you, of course, but they don't get like huge gratitude. That's why it's nice to be recognized at something like this, that they get to be part of this. So anyway, I'd like to just talk about some of the things that might be coming up with the Palos Area Chamber of Commerce, because there are events to look for, and they do help out in a lot of ways throughout the year. What kinds of things can we look for the chamber to be doing?
Well, our next big thing would be our Mayor's Luncheon, which is always very interesting. If you want to know what's going to be happening in Palos Heights or what's up and coming or things that have happened, we have a Mayor's State of the City Luncheon that is what we call it, and that will be held March 10th at the Palos Rec Center, which again is a great community place. Wonderful things have happened at the Rec Center, and I encourage people to go in and see it. But that is our next big thing, where our mayor will speak to us and let us know about all the upcoming things. And then for the chamber, June 4th is our golf outing. That's where we raise money to give scholarships to kids that are graduating from high school that either live in the city, Palos Heights or Palos Park, if they work for somebody in Palos Heights or Palos Park, or if it's a child of a chamber member. So we try to give back to directly into our community. So that's a big thing. And then we have been working tirelessly with the Kris Kringle Market. That will be our next big event, and that's always in December. We do have our tree lighting right before that, but the Kris Kringle Market, as you know, has become a huge success, and we're actually able to be a part of that, so that's phenomenal.
That is phenomenal. If you didn't get a chance to go to it this year, I mean, it is so well put together. There's so many people, and it's just branching out. So it seems like a long way away, but everybody has to start planning for it right now so that we can make it a success come December. So you're going to want to look for that. And I think that the thing is that we like to tell people, be sure to support the local businesses, restaurants, just any kind of service that you can get in town. Check there first.
That's right. I mean, again, these people, the businesses that are here, help us all. And there are so many. There's medical, there's, dental, there's attorneys, there's shops, small shops. We still have small business owners. We have restaurants. We have Channel 4. We have so many things available to us and resources that are so great for our community that we just got to get the word out and get people to come out and help.
Okay, well, you heard it. It would be always great for you to support the community. And plus, I think when you hear about other things like the Kiwanis Club and so forth, they're desperately looking for members. You heard when they meet, on the 1st, 3rd, and 5th Saturdays at the Rec Center, at least 2 of those Saturdays. I'm sure they would be loving to have you volunteer. And that's the thing. If you're looking for something to do and you want to feel good about doing something, volunteer. And
Yes.
they'd love you to come.
Absolutely. There's so many organizations that need volunteers. You could always call the chamber office. We'll direct you somewhere. The Beautification Committee, the Kiwanis. We have the Lions Club here. We have so many great service organizations that can use help.
Good. Well, thanks for stopping and talking with us for a minute, Barb, and good luck for a successful 2020.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this and support your community, as we hope you all do. Bye-bye. Thanks.